Good morning everyone, Caitlin here from Enso Theater Ensemble, and for today's daily mindfulness, I wanted to share with you a practice for if your thoughts are racing. So what does that mean? That means your thoughts are going a million miles a minute. Before you can even register your first thought, the second thought has already come up right behind it. Sometimes this manifests for me in the sense that I find myself feeling physically tense, or stressed in some capacity, and I'm not sure what the origin was. My thoughts have been moving so quickly and I haven't been paying attention to them that I don't even know what's triggered the physiological reaction. So however you're coming to this practice, this is a lovely way to learn and practice how to recenter your focus so that very slowly you can begin to identify and see each thought as it arises and notice what you're experiencing, what you're arising in this moment, allowing you to, like a boat on top of a really stormy ocean of thoughts, you're sort of with it and moving with it instead of trying to fight against it. So, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and light our candle as usual. And again, the candle is representative of this time that you have decided to set aside for self-care, and a reminder that the reason we practice mindfulness for ourselves, ultimately, is so that we can be there for other people in a more encompassing way. So there's that. Great. And also just a quick heads up, before we move right into the practice, I will ask you at one point to grab a journal and a pen. So if you don't have that now, go ahead and grab those things. For those of us who are ready to go, you're going to find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Somewhere on the floor or in a chair is fine too, as long as your spine is relatively straight. And I invite you to close your eyes or cast them downward. And you're going to bring your right hand up to your right side, just like this. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths in. They will look like this. So with your hand at your right, you're going to take a big inhale in. And as you exhale, you're going to move your hand to center. Inhale with your hand at center. Exhale, move to the left. Inhale at the left. Exhale, hand to center. Inhale, hand at center. Exhale, hand to right. Inhale, left hand rises. Exhale, left to center. Inhale, hand at center. Exhale, hand to right. Inhale, hand at right. Exhale, hand to center. Inhale, hand at center. Exhale, hand to left. Inhale, hand at left. Exhale, hand to knee. Good, and you can repeat that exercise as many times as you would like. Key to it is lining up the length of the movement of your hand with the length of your exhale, of your breath. So for example, instead of moving my hand and then exhaling, right, I'm gonna line up my exhale with my movement, if that makes sense. Great. Next thing, you're gonna go ahead and grab your journal. And you're gonna open it up. And you're going to write at the top of your page What is arising in this moment? What is arising in this moment? And you're going to take a nice big deep breath in, and I've got a timer, and for the next 60 seconds you are going to write anything that comes into your mind. Each thought as it arises, you're going to try to form words to it, which means that inevitably, right, we think faster than we can write. So inevitably that is going to ask you to stay with one thought all the way to the end. Yeah? So do your best to stay with a thought and then notice when it changes as best you can. And if you find yourself in a position where you don't know what to write, you can just write, I don't know what to write, until the next thought arises, and the next thought will arise. So just repeat, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write, until something new comes up that you can write down. Use what is arising as your launch pad for these thoughts, but if you find that your thoughts go on a tangent, that is 100% great. So here we go. I'm gonna set my timer. Everybody big deep breath in. And off you go. And wrap up your last thought. And pens down. And close your journal. And put it away. And find your hands gently on your thighs. I invite you to close your eyes or cast them downward. Big deep breath in. Big release. See if you can bring back one thing that you noticed that was arising while you were writing in your journal. Just one thing. So for example, if it was, I was feeling anxious or stressed or something like that, any thought at all, see if you can see that thought arise as a distinct entity from you yourself. So for example, if you were writing about feeling anxious, you would say, anxiety is here. So in this moment, we're just gonna work on that one thought. And on the inhale, you can even you can have your hand come up, like me. I like to sort of demonstrate it that way. You don't have to, but you can inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to say whatever was present for you. So for example, anxiety was here. That's it. Just as simple as that. And you are welcome to sit here and name other things that are arising in this particular moment. Maybe awkwardness is here, because this can be a really strange, awkward exercise if you've never done it before. It could be giggles are here, smiles are here, dry lips are here. Just anything that is connecting you to what is happening in this moment, instead of your racing thoughts trying to get you, a year from now, which is what it can feel like sometimes. So we're going to finish just with a little bit of movement just to get us back into our bodies a little bit. So go ahead and rise your shoulders up and let them go. And rise your shoulders up and let them go. And one more time, rise your shoulders up and let them go. And shake it out. Beautiful. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope this brought you some new tools that you can use to bring your thoughts into more clarity and focus when they start to race ahead of you. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. See you tomorrow.